Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday night, the 18th of December, 2019. It's currently 6:48. I finished working about 15 minutes ago. Oh God, it's so bad here now. It's not what I call a snowstorm, more like a squall. And there's about 4 inches of snow on the ground. Wow. Let's try that again without the traction control, because on my van and on this van I got traction control, and that's annoying as hell. Yes. That's fun. Well, you don't see jack shit, but it's fun for me to wake up my truck, make him feel alive. So today I left the road. I left work home at 6 o'clock. I was at work at 6:15, and I've been on the road since this morning. I was supposed to go way far up north, but at one point I stopped and I decided to call my customer to make sure that they were there, and when I called, the job was already done, so I didn't have to do this. So I did what I was supposed to do plus 2 more. So overall it was like a running day, left and right. Oh my God. At 3 o'clock I was done. There was one more I could have done, but I said, nah, we're going to wait. It's not the end of the world. It's just one chair. It's not multiple chair. And after the holidays, there's going to be like much more Nardmere to come. So I got a good news. Today my boss, the owner of the company, said that I would get my truck after the holidays. That is awesome. He described to me what I was supposed to have, and it's exactly what I wanted. So, and 4 years through 5 different companies, this is the first one that actually delivers giving me a new truck. Because technically speaking, I could have got something smaller, which would have been smarter, but having this truck to work inside, carry everything, and being able to do some delivery, it's a win-win situation. I got a nice ride to work with. I'm happy to go in every day, spend the day with it, and it will be mine, well, the company. I will try to do some add-on here and there. Oh shit. I will add some little feature of mine to make it work my way. That little squall tonight really stopped traffic, because there's about we don't even have an inch of snow, but the snow accumulation on the road is making the roads as slippery as it was yesterday. I made 3 videos in the last 3 days, and I deleted them all because at one point I say something I didn't want it to say. So overall, today wasn't so bad. And yesterday, my boss told me, you have 14.3 hours of overtime accumulated. Okay. 14.3 hours accumulated at $31 an hour. That is a good salary. That's a good vacation pay. I am happy with that. Especially since my wife will be some money as well. So, when it comes to time travel, I am going to have the time during the holidays. And one of the member on Paranormalist was asking me why would I not redo the Brossard experiment. problem is, I told in a video before, when I did the Brossard experiment, I was not alone doing the experiment, building the project. What I did as a smart leader is I give work to other people, because back in the day there was a lot of things I didn't know how to do, and I went to see different people that I knew they could do the job, and I offered them the work. And at the end, everything was already assembled, was already built for me, and all I did was to put it together in a car. I told you before as well, my job is an assembler. I can assemble anything as long as I have a plan. I made the plan on my own, following the direction of what the people told me. But the people would be Al Bielek, Preston Nichols, Stephen Gibbs explaining me what the HDR was supposed to be, and all these little things. So that's what I did. I built a project based on a mix of the Philadelphia experiment, using a gravity. It wasn't a gravity generator that I have. It was just a spinning motor, a 3-phase spinning motor that was generating the same force as at least a good couple of hard drive. So it did create some form of gravity field. And then I had the magnetic bars that was outside the car. And the car was made out of the thickest steel that Ford could have at the time, was 14 gauge steel. The Ford Tempo was bulk of a car, a very solid car. And you want to hear something that's hot? Is the day that I put everything together, me and my friend took all the parts, all the battery from my basement that you saw many times. We load that in his minivan, and we went to what was going to be my future workplace on Ignace Street in Brossard. This is where I assembled the project, behind the building on a Saturday night, where I knew that nobody would come and visit, and there was a fence back then, and the fence wasn't locked. So what I did is I bring my car in the back, we assembled the car, we put a lock on the fence, and then we left. We come back in the morning, early in the morning. And on that morning we took the highway, and then we went and tested the car. At the time in the morning that we left, back in the days, there wasn't that many people on the road. At 4:50 we left Brossard. At 5:30 we were almost in Marieville, where starting to start the system. And okay, I digress. The reason why I cannot build the Brossard experiment right now is on my own. All those people that I relied on are retired or dead. They were old people, old technician, old engineer. Most of them are gone. They're dead. One died in his 80s. The last one died was 88, and one of them is 81 today, and I don't even know where he lives. So yes, with the skill level that I have now, I could build everything. The problem is I don't have a shop. I tell that a million times before, I don't have a shop to work. I need a full-size garage, something that's at least 50 feet by 25 feet wide, and where I can put a lot of machine and do all my work. And here in Canada, in Brossard in Quebec, these kinds of shop, they don't go for $1 a piece. They're very expensive. An average, a shop of that size will cost about $3,500 a month. And I need something that's near every supplier that I need. So I cannot move somewhere very far or go very far inland that I have to travel so much. Because right now, If you think that this is a snowstorm, that's not a snowstorm, that's a squall. This is just winds and snow. It's nothing at all. But when there's a real snowstorm, seriously, you can't take the road. And these conditions, my mom won't even take the road, and she's been driving all her life, and in that condition she wouldn't take the road. For me, I was just coming back from Quebec City. I drove today, at least I think I drove today close to 9 hours of driving. I spent my day behind the wheel. So anyway, the idea was let's make that fair and square. For the last 3 days, I didn't use the God's device. I didn't win jack shit at the lottery. Yesterday night, turn on the God's device, leave it on for half the night. Wake up this morning, I won $10. So the God's device does bring somewhat of good fortune and good luck. I was supposed to drive for almost 4 hours to go fix one stupid chair all the way up north, and at one point I'd stop and I'd call the customer, and the customer say like, oh, the job has already been done. So luck of all luck, I didn't have to go and do that job. So my day was cut short. I managed to finish working with 3 o'clock. So that is pretty good. So it shows that the God device really works. It brings good fortune. And I'm curious to see if I put a headband on this, like the RM unit's supposed to have, if I am put my thought directly into it, what will it result in? And my supplies, I don't have any more telephone wires, like twisted cord. I don't have any more. I need to find. And I need to find one with a good gauge, not tiny strands inside. So I'm gonna shop for that this week. And if you want to support me and under any form, you're welcome. And if you want a God's device, I seriously need to make money out of this to help fund that project. And when I do fund that project, I will open a bank account just for that purpose. It will not be a bank account for my personal use. It will be a bank account for the time travel project that belongs to all of us on Paranormalists. But in exchange, I will build the God's device, and I will sell it for $150 US. So it's a fair trade. A device that can bring you good fortune, and a device that we don't know what result it will give if you use it on your head with a headband, with a direct thought input. Hey, it's my van. No, my van is inside my shop right now. The guy cleared out some space, so they left me enough space to park my van inside. Anyways, I digress. So if you think that's a good idea and you're willing to partake, good. At one point we're gonna have to trust each other, and we have to make this as fast as soon as we can. I'm not getting any younger, and I'm not getting any healthier. Yes, it would help if I would get some hormone shots and some proper exercise on a regular basis and a better diet. That would help, but I'm not there yet, and I don't have the fun for that yet. Like I was saying in a previous video, it's a vicious circle because you know what happened when you go too fast on the slippery surface? You hit the bank, and he really smashed his wheel. Brilliant. On these conditions, you don't drive too fast. Anyway, my main reason why I want to time travel is to go in the future, get some medical help, and do like Doc Brown and did in Back to the Future. He was my inspiration. When he say, I got a blood change, and he got like a facial that it took like 50 years of his. It gave him 50 years on his life. So I want that too. I'm sure that somewhere in the future we will have the medical technology, and just flushing your blood and getting new blood, you have no idea how it feels. For me, I never got a blood transfusion in my life, but I can assure you that having a blood transfusion from a healthy donor, oh my God, it's the biggest high you will ever get in your life. The energy, you if you're my age, around past 35 up to 50, trust me, this is the best feeling in life. So I just can't imagine having your entire blood change. It's what we call a human oil flush. You're getting your entire blood, which is just like 5-6 liter, but you're getting your entire blood change. I just can't imagine how good it feels. And physically, I don't want to change anything about myself. I'm very happy with what I am. Wow. So we need to work on this. We need to agree what we're going to do, and we need to, like I say, we definitely need to work together and put all our eggs in one basket, all our theories together on what would be. And at the pace things are going, for sure it's going to be a part-time things, because last I recall I didn't win the lottery yet, and I can't quit my job yet to do this full-time. So it's going to happen at the pace of what I can do. And I love my work, and I love the work that I do, but you're always going to hear me complain about how tired I am, because I'm tired of being tired. And it's a vicious circle, like I said before. I don't have enough funds to go to the gym. I don't have enough energy to go to the gym, which end result bring me back to the same point I am. So we have to be patient about this, and we have to make it happen as soon as we can. And I'm not talking about 6-7 years, I'm talking about 1.5 years from now. We're reaching a point in our lives where we have all the technology at our disposal. We have all the parts at our disposal. Everything is there. Nothing that we imagined before doesn't exist now. And the technology to build what we want exists now. So we need to stop making excuses, and we need to start building. And we need to work together. And the question is, will we just stop talking about it and start doing it? For now, I'm going to leave you on this. I'm sorry for the poor quality of the image, because this camera works with lights and there isn't much light right now. So I'm going to wish you guys a good evening, and please post your reply on Paranormalist and be frank about your opinion. Don't be shy. I like constructive criticism. Do post your opinion. Have a good day, everyone.